What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Sopranos. Season 6, episode 20. We are 2 episodes away from the end of a classic, the end of the Sopranos. I am ready. Man. To do my series review on this. I have a lot to say. I'm going to formulate my thoughts, and then I will do that review after episode 21. Today we're doing episode 20, and I will say thank you to everybody that came through, watched the reaction with me, listened to my thoughts, and agreed or disagreed with my thoughts in any ways, whatever issues that you may have had with me or whatever. You can breathe easy now because it will be over. So in any case, guys, I'm encouraging you guys that if there's any series out there that you want me to check out after I finish this series, make sure you keep on putting them in the comment section, because I have added a couple to the list already that I will be jumping in. Just know that there's series that I have seen that I have not reacted to, and I will let you guys know, whatever it is that you suggest, I will let you guys know if I've watched it or not, and we will jump into it. So if there's any other favorite TV show of yours, top 5 TV shows of yours that you think I may not have seen, put it in the comment section, and I will definitely add them to the list. Maybe in the future you will return for whatever they did that I'm watching on the channel. Anyways, hopefully you guys stick around, of course, to watch what it is you watch, and help, support on the channel in terms of comments or whatever. Hopefully you guys do that. I encourage you to do so. Anyways, let's jump into episode 20. See you guys right after for the review. Polly, or whoever this is.
Fuck you doing? Scared the piss out of me.
Some things you don't get into over the phone.
Got it. Lorraine's at Mass. Watch out for Spencer.
Who?
The fucking toy Terry is a shit machine.
I talked to some of the guys about your misgivings.
Yeah?
A garot.
Historically, Carmine always said the Sopranos are nothing more than a glorified crew. Plain and simple. We decapitate and we do business with whatever's left. What?
Nothing. I agree in spirit, but I gotta counsel.
This thing should have been done during John's era.
They got redundant upper management, bleeds off half the kick. We take them out, absorb the whole fucking thing.
Take out an entire fucking family?
Let me tell you a couple of 3 things. Forget Coco. Forget Fat Dom, who goes over to Jersey and never comes back. Forget my brother Billy.
Phil, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Anthony Soprano has no respect for this thing. He's never been in the can, not really. He's a guy who stepped over his own uncle to grab the big seat. His father's brother.
Please, huh?
I'm embarrassed. I let him come to the hospital last Christmas, and I took his fat fucking hand in friendship.
Philly, you had a heart attack.
Listen to me. They make anybody and everybody over there. And the way that they do it, it's all fucked up. Guys don't get their finger pricked. There's no sword and gun on the table.
Phil.
No, Al. Either it has meaning or no meaning. And the veto thing. The man harbors a faggot.
It's true.
5 fucking families. And we got this other pygmy thing over in Jersey. There's no scraps in my scrapbook. Make it happen.
Okay, so they green light Tony.
doing here?
Well, you first.
I have some food issues, depression.
You keep up with her non?
He's a fucking slimeball. I caught him fingerbanging my cousin on the ski lift.
Well, somebody said you were modeling.
Yeah, I guess. I signed with Elite.
So you would say he's responding to the therapy?
Well, we don't do traditional therapy per se. Kids in crisis mostly need an environment of calm, no stresses. Do you want this, or I can pop it in the mail?
Just one more week of this.
2,200 a fucking day.
That's crazy. Where's the insurance? I guess insurance doesn't cover this stuff. $2,200 a day from to play video games. I know he must be pissed.
Listen, those Arabs from the Bing. Let me ask you the truth. They're in Jordan, right? Getting their balls zapped? Well, you're not gonna tell me?
I'm not really sure. For all we know, they may be harmless pistachio salesmen. And don't get so bent out of shape. You're a big boy, Tony. You know, World War II, your outfit protected the Brooklyn Navy Yard. Think Roosevelt told Vito Genovese where Hitler was holed up?
Go fuck yourself.
Tony, hold up. Tony!
What?
Look, I appreciate what you did, giving us those names. In fact, I've been sitting here thinking, remember that thing I told you about that was supposed to happen about a year ago? Your problem with Brooklyn? It's on again, possibly. You. Maybe people close to you. If it was real solid, you would have been warned officially by the Newark office. But my colleague in Brooklyn, the one with the collaborator, snitches implying the wheels have already been set in motion.
Implying. Bird, you ever see? He's gone. What happened?
I didn't want to overload you with AJ in the hospital.
I don't want to hear that. Go.
Bird let me know the other night he's been playing both sides of the fence with New York.
Bert?
Measures were taken. Bert wasn't speaking for just himself. Guys are getting squeezed hard to sway them towards new management.
They thought you'd be a part of it.
And he got an answer. My hope is maybe now Phil gets the message. You know, we can talk this shit through.
Talk?
Talking about Phil.
We gotta hit first. And this all dovetails with other information I got that this cocksucker already has a target on my back.
It's a big move.
So, Buddha.
When he stuck you with the tab for Vito Jr., I said let it go. Obviously, truth is, a fuck like Phil, appeasement don't work.
Three pops. Within a tight time frame, 24 hours, so there's no chance for them to hit back. Top three guys.
All you got the area?
No, management. Tony Soprano, obviously, plus Silvio Dante, and we think Bobby Buckley-Airy.
That Mortadel's number 3. He used to be Junior Soprano's driver.
And you used to sell laser printers out the back of your Crown Vic.
Who you want to run the thing? Got it.
Gotta get some tires for Camilla's car.
The wine's amazing.
Well, Jennifer's our resident Italian wine expert.
Is Megan still in Prague, Stace?
Jesus, her love life. The girl she was involved with, Cecily, She's now having a torrid pen and paper relationship with an armed robber in Attica.
What is this fascination with criminals?
Rescue fantasy. They think they can fix them.
I'm worried for Cecily, so I Googled any new stuff on sociopathic personalities. Apparently, the talking cure actually helps them become better criminals. It was fascinating. The study was by Yoshelson and Samanow.
Studies turn around every few years.
This other, I think it was Robert Hare, suggested that sociopaths actually quite glibly engage on key issues like mother, family.
I seem to remember that from residency.
Me too, and I've read Hare, but who's a true sociopath?
I had a guy at the state asylum, slow poisoner. They even mimic empathy. They blubber and cry.
Did you put her up to this? She just happened to mention this study?
Who, me?
Everything okay down there?
I don't know.
It's a study. Food for thought.
She's blowing us off.
You just can't resist rubbing my face in it.
I feel like we should change the subject.
I only suggested you reevaluate your work with Leadbelly or be prepared to deal with moral and possibly legal consequences.
Leadbelly?
Who's that? Come on.
The answer is a female opera singer and gangster. Da 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 da.
Elliot!
Da, da.
Soprano. Tony
Wow.
Soprano? He's your patient?
Wow.
That is so
Jesus
inappropriate.
Christ, Elliot.
So inappropriate.
We're among friends. We're all professionals.
Really? You're not acting like a professional right now. This is so inappropriate that he revealed that.
All Italians have big noses.
First of all, why are you having dinner with your freaking psychologist?
Other groups represented at this table, I would be called a bigot.
I meant Italian Reds.
Still, it must be fascinating work.
It is.
Have a seat. What's up? Phil Leotardo. Calls were made to the Zips. They're coming over from Naples. You contact the guy to contact the guys.
Phil's at his Gomadas every Friday night. Do you know about this?
What?
What kind of question is that?
Watch your fat fucking mouth. Hey, whoa. What are you concerned about?
I lived through the 70s by the skin of my nuts when the Colombos were going at it. There ain't a bigger cocksucker than Phil Leotardo. I just want to make sure somebody knows there could be a line of Cazzarellis a mile long.
Duly noted. So there's no problem then.
Quit and didn't quit.
It's all yours.
We're saying that all criminals are not sociopaths. Let's just not say that, okay?
I just picked them up at the airport.
Oh, these guys again? Hey, everybody's gathering for this war, pretty much.
So what do you clear a year around here? I don't mean to pry, just round numbers. I'm asking because, Meadow, well, I told you she's taking pre-med classes. Well, she's not going to be a doctor. She told us. It's kind of sad, ain't it?
Depends.
It's just a nice thing to be. Helping sick babies.
Her change of heart bothers you?
Her mother, too. Much more than me.
Her tone has
All that
changed
worry.
towards him.
Which private school, and Columbia University, and this and that. And in the end, she'll get married, squeeze out some kids. After what, a couple years in the workforce?
I'm still working.
Yeah, but you're divorced. Criminal law, that's what she's taking up. And I told Carmela, it's not the end of the world. She's interested in civil rights, Muslims, and blacks, and that and a dime. Hopefully she'll wind up at a big firm. White-collar crime. Just, Dr. Soprano. Sounds nice. Your parents must have been very proud.
I think so.
Look at all the people like me you've helped. With all the human suffering in this world, you've done something important. Like those people who were trying to help my son. God bless them. $2,000 a day in that place, but if it helps. And as you know, my plumber's union insurance only covers 10% of mental.
Only 10%.
Really
Sheesh.
AJ.
That's a little bit.
Or maybe, you know what? Forget his hurts. Maybe I should have just...
Put your shoe up his ass?
Yeah, frankly. We talked about this.
I talked about it.
Huh?
Yeah, her tone has changed towards him.
Molly coddled him.
My old man...
Are you a shining example for the huge collection of wingtips and loafers that must be lodged up your lower bowel?
What's the matter with you? Is it because I said that about being divorced?
You were saying?
He's my only son.
He's young. Most of the time they pull out of this.
But I've been depressed for years. What if he don't pull out?
So the boy who never cared about anything now cares about too much.
Yeah, I guess.
And the daughter, like all females, ultimately somehow disappoints.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
What's with the tone? You sound like you're glad I'm taking it on the chin.
Maybe you're projecting hostile feelings.
Bullshit. If we had instant replay, you'd see it in 2 seconds.
Well, we don't have instant replay.
I know that. Jesus Christ, you sound like my fucking wife.
Your fucking wife?
You know what I mean.
The Departures magazine out there. Did you give any thought at all to someone else who might want to read it before you tore out the entire page?
What?
It's not the first time you've defaced my reading materials.
You saw that, huh? Now, people tear shit out of your magazines all the time. They're a mess. But try to read them.
I don't think I can help you.
Well, change them. Bring in some new shit.
I mean therapeutically.
What are you talking about? I've only missed 3 appointments since we had that heart-to-heart.
The new big thing these days is called psychodynamic therapy, combined with anafranil.
Who?
A medication. There's a doctor in Bloomfield you could see.
Whoa. Okay. What the fuck is this? You're, firing me because I defaced your Departures magazine?
I'm giving you my considered medical opinion.
Okay. I should have asked you for the steak recipe. And missing sessions, unfortunately, is part of my condition.
What do you know about your condition? You miss appointments because you don't give a shit about commitments, about what I do, about the body of work that's gone into building up this science. Go ahead. Tell me again I sound like your wife.
Well, if the shoe fits. We're making progress. It's been 7 years.
Do you want some names?
Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you something, and you're not going to like it, but we can say anything in
Go
here, right?
ahead.
I'm chalking this all up to female menopausal situation.
You're not my gynecologist.
Well, you don't need a gynecologist to know which way the wind blows.
Wow.
So wait a minute. You're telling me, after all this time, after everything we've shared in here, you're cutting me loose just as my son got out of the hospital for trying to kill himself?
Since you are in crisis, I don't want to waste your time.
I'm gonna be fucking
Bruh.
honest. As a doctor, I think what you're doing is immoral.
She let that study influence her that much. I think, wow. Well, I just lost a lot of respect for Dr. Melfi. I'm not even going to cap.
DHL. È a package, DHL Express for Mr. Philip. For Signe.
Почка пришла.
That's not
For
Phil.
sign.
That's not Phil.
Що ти робиш? Тату!
They don't know where Phil lives. They went to the wrong address. Didn't he give this dude a picture?
Merda, chi? La figlia. La figlia? Ma che stiva a fare loco?
Essa abitava loco, pensa.
Cosa?
Esso chiamava Bab.
Va buono.
L'amica tua parlava ucraina.
Ucraino?
Esso parlava l'ucraina, lo sacci perché cugina mi sta casai con un guaglione loco.
You killed the wrong guy.
Fa buon viaggio. Yeah, it's done. I think the love interest got in the way, though.
Couldn't be helped, apparently. You ever see Phil with the Guma?
Once, maybe. Why?
Could you talk to her in Ukrainian?
Ukrainian?
Fuck do I know?
I gotta go.
Y'all killed the wrong dude.
Boy,
This is not good.
it's done.
So you can pass the word upstairs. The Grey Goose is gone.
Good.
Apparently the Gumar had to be taken out too. But I say, who gives a fuck? Remember that drunken fucking scene she caused at the Jersey Boys party? I actually felt bad for Phil.
What's the matter?
Whenever I think of that fucking play, I picture Ma dying alone like a dog on that bus.
You're gonna make just one someone happy with this news today.
Think I'll ask for some time off.
Hey, what does this look like? Look.
Y'all killed the wrong dude.
Uncle June's finally out of money. They think that maybe there's some squirreled around, but he can't remember. It's a fucking sin, isn't it? Plus, with the larynx, he thinks Mario's from outer space. So. The upshot is he can't pay for living at Wyckoff Psychiatric anymore, and they're gonna move him to a state facility. I know, Tony. But Jesus, those fucking places are snake pits.
Then I'll make some new friends.
I understand.
You gonna bail them out?
We don't have that kind of money. We contribute. Bobby feels, you know. Right.
You got a lot of balls coming to me. And as for your husband, Janice, exile on Main Street.
Don't say that.
You trust the guy, you bring him along. And for what? They feel sorry for Junior?
all he said. He wants it known. It's on him. He takes full responsibility. But that he didn't do nothing. Shit. Yeah. Nobody. I mean, nobody knows where the fuck Phil is. 4 or 5 days now.
So we never really had a shot at him. But the house in Florida.
I had beans since somebody passed. House is all shuttered up.
He put everything in place. His moves on us. He goes into hiding, waits it out.
Go on the ground, they call it.
Who?
It's an expression.
Who knows what the fuck he's got planned exactly? You get word to everybody. Eyes in the back of your head. Break routines, collections, all that shit. You tell everybody.
Got it.
In the meantime, we keep trying. Get a 20 on Phil.
$8,000 the whole set, huh? Well, there's other people interested.
Of course there would be. Oh God, here we go.
I'm gonna go for it. Your son will like this too. Looks fast.
Is he gonna see their reflection? Shit. Bobby. Bobby.
Let's go. Yeah, that's them there. Get the hell out of here!
Leave here? What are you talking about?
Just temporarily till we get the situation under control.
What does that mean?
Tom, help me out here. Don't argue.
You mean that they're after you?
We should split up. You and the kids go. I'll be somewhere else.
Oh my God!
Now look, families don't get touched. You know that. I just want to know every night that you're not sitting here out in the open.
Where should I go? Where are you gonna go?
The house you just bought. The estate sale. Go there.
Jesus.
All right, then a hotel then. It doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
You all right? All right, we gotta get moving. And like I said, it's just a precaution.
What about your sister?
Well, she's gotta know by now. We'll stop over there after we're cleared out of here.
And Gab, how bad is Phil?
We'll make some calls.
Maybe I should go on ahead of you over to Jan's.
Calm.
Meadow was basically living at Patrick's, thank God. AJ, how are we gonna get him to go along? He won't leave his room, let alone the house.
He's gonna leave the house.
Tony?
On a piece of plywood if necessary, but he's gonna leave the house.
Anything I can do?
No.
You heard?
Or maybe I should just leave.
I'll call you. It says Shukr Jamai brought nuclear material into the country from Mexico in 2002.
Leave us alone, hon.
Hang downstairs.
Better yet, don't.
You just bust in? I mean, we could have been doing anything.
Yeah, but what were you doing? Nothing.
We're just friends.
All right, listen. Come sit up. Come on. Your Uncle Bobby's dead.
What?
He's dead. He got shot.
What do you mean he got shot?
Listen to me, and I don't have any time to go into a debate about any of this, okay? And It's important that we all leave for a little while until things settle down.
What? Holy fuck.
It's just a precaution. The point is that I'm gonna be dependent on you to help out your mother.
Well, help out how?
Just do what she asks. You know, chores, tasks, whatever. And don't add to the problem.
What do you mean? All right, what the fuck did I do?
Don't break her balls, all right? Huh? Just help her with Aunt Janice, whatever.
Uncle Bobby's dead.
Yeah.
You know, this is really depressing to me.
He was a good guy.
I was already having so much trouble maintaining.
Pack a bag. Now! And you won't need no sandals or fucking resort wear. I'll be waiting downstairs. Called the hospital. They wouldn't give no info on Sil.
Ged's brother finally phoned back. Doctors don't think he'll recover consciousness. Look at the stems on Blondie. He's riding high. Nice to be young, eh?
I'm gonna bunk down here.
All right, you go take care of your wife that flu. You too. Where the fuck I gotta be?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
We order our beats?
Yeah.
This is getting wild. Well, at least you still got the birthday gift. It's his wife.
You got a rough enough job with this terrorism shit. I'll let you get home. The reason I called is those two Arabs I turned you on to. Well, I happen to remember my nephew mentioned the bank. Well, they had an account. A branch. The Midna First Merchants Bank.
You just remembered that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh. Now listen. I know you got that friend in the Brooklyn office. Is it possible he knows where Phil Leotardo is? I want to try to avoid any more of my guys getting hurt. I'm just saying, if you heard anything from your pal.
I haven't.
I figured maybe money sent to the Middle East.
You're overreaching.
And this kind of bothers me. Okay, thanks.
Who's she gonna tell? Well, he should use the back door. Wouldn't kick her out of bed for fudge and cookies.
Real funny. We're just friends.
I know. Nice work.
She's a model.
She's doing some modeling. Right? She's a junior in high school.
What?
She's quitting modeling anyway. She's tired of being exploited.
Did you help your mother take the carpets outside? Put them in the sun?
He did.
Uncle Bobby's funeral is finally set for Thursday. You're gonna be there.
How's that supposed to work? We're all in DEFCON 4, living in separate houses, and we're gonna stand out in the open at a cemetery?
There was always a large FBI presence.
Unbelievable.
He was different, you know. We forget. When he was with Blanca.
We commend to Almighty God our brother Robert.
She had one American Idol.
No.
Yes.
Jennifer Hudson? Absolutely.
Jason G was the winner of Italian American Idol. He could say fuck more times in a sentence than any other contestant.
Uncle Paulie, come sit down.
Yeah, I'll sit with you. I'm young at heart, right? Who are you, dear?
Tara Zincon, Bobby's niece.
My condolences. Oh. Did I eat?
It's good.
In the midst of death, we are in life, huh? Or is it the other way around?
I think it's the other way around.
Eat a version, you're halfway up the ass. Pardon my French, sweetheart. I've lost 2 dear friends.
Still's hanging on.
I lost Ma last month. You could take 2007 and give it back to the Indians.
Sorry.
What are you gonna do? Life goes on.
Hey, we were discussing Dream Girls. See it? You people are fucked. You're living in a dream. You still sit here talking about the fucking Oscars? What rough beast slouches toward Bethlehem to be born?
Huh?
AJ.
Yates?
The world. Don't you see it? Bush let Al-Qaeda escape.
Oh!
In the mountains. Then he has us invade some other country.
Let's join up. Go kill some fucking terrorists.
It's more noble than watching these jack-off fantasies on TV of how we're kicking their ass. It's like America.
What about it?
I mean, this is still where people come to make it. It's a beautiful idea. And then what do they get? Bling? And come-ons for shit they don't need and can't afford?
You're all over the place. I don't know what you're trying to say.
He's saying the Framis intersects with the Ramistan approximately at the Paternoster.
Hello?
It's me.
Where are you? You close?
Let's do it over the phone.
No word yet. No one knows where our friend is.
It's not that there's no word. It's that there's no progress.
Nobody's taking this lightly, Phil.
He should have been done first.
They thought they'd find them both at the strip joint.
I've heard this already.
But I know you're disappointed, Phil. I can hear it in everything you say.
Fucking A, I'm disappointed.
I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe...
What? You talking about reaching out? We can't go back. Are you out of your fucking mind?
No, I know.
Then what'd you say it for?
I didn't, Phil. You did.
Listen, kid. When this is over, we're gonna sit down. Me and you.
I hope so.
I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
I said I hope.
Anyway, thank you for being here.
So what happens now?
Well, Robert's already said he wants to go live with his aunt.
What about Sophia?
Nika is my daughter. She's very much into her older sister. Sophia's out of her mind if she thinks she's getting out of this house.
Is that a joke? 'Cause that one even got by me. Oh, 5, 6 years ago, when Johnny Shack bought this house, this was all cornfields here.
I'd like to give it a shot with Bobby's kids. Bobby would want it. I put in a lot of effort with Sophia. Baking together, I think we actually have a bond. I had therapy. I'm a good mother. I put Ma and all her warped shit behind me.
Oh, good.
Not that I get any thanks for it.
You know, you could form a new nuclear family. You bring Harpo down here,
Big place.
Papa changed his name. He's Hal now.
Well, you need anything, you know, a minute's away. Yeah.
Multiple calls traced back to a payphone in Oyster Bay, Long Island.
What? Where's the phone at exactly?
Gas station, most likely.
Gas station?
He's lammed out. He may not be able to put his hands on a clean cell phone.
All right, listen, thanks. Really.
All right.
Jeez. Yeah, at least let her put some drawers on. Jesus Christ. Oh, you got the information from her? AJ is lost. He's lost, man.
Cafe Napoli.
George, it's Anthony.
Your fucking ears must be ringing. I just left your friend, the son, crying the blues over the situation between you and that Alfred over there.
Well, that's why I'm calling. I need you to reach out to the little guy.
He's not happy with Phil neither.
I know. You're not part of that family. You're basically retired. Everybody trusts you. What I'm thinking, you'd supply a neutral location. Guarantee everybody's safety.
I could do that.
Hey, George.
Hey, they're here. They've been patted down, too.
So bitch ass Phil doesn't even show up for this?
Anybody want water?
No. We started it. We got a dead Gumar in Queens and our old Ukrainian father.
And I'm not even gonna blame Phil. John Sacramone, my friend. I'm sorry to say was an insecure guy. And he created a constant tension within his own family which spilled over. Go ahead, Carmine. George was good enough to broker this meeting for us. You're just gonna sit there?
It didn't have to be this way.
We agree. It's gone too far. Phil, I don't know. It's changed. You got my word. We'll back off.
My price is you help us get a location on Phil.
I can't go there. Well, you do what you gotta do.
One more thing. You hit my brother-in-law.
So?
This is my sister we're talking about. She's got to see something out of this.
We'll come up with a number.
Janice. Oh my God.
She's inveigling him. She's after his money. You're not even curious about him?
He can fucking rot.
When you were inpatient, you said you might try and get a job.
I can't now because of the car. I need to get a bus schedule. The thing is, ever since it blew up, I feel like cleansed or something.
Because it was a polluter.
No. I'm just watching it go. And a huge fireball. And you have no idea the heat. My seat melted. I had been in it just a few seconds before. Hey, I had a meeting down here with Carlo this morning. We're supposed to go see Butch and Dom on a couple of items. Carlo didn't show. And he don't answer his phones, neither.
I'll call you back on a prepaid.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
That maybe we were had. That this fucking Butch is taking out another ranking guy. Hey?
What if he flipped?
Who? Carlo?
Well? You there?
His kid. The imbecile.
Jason.
He got picked up yesterday, Patsy told me. For selling ecstasy.
Ah, shit.
A man took his horse to a vet, and the vet says to him, "Why do you have a long face?"
Horse goes. There's no man.
Right, right. A horse goes to a vet, and the vet looks at his face, and he says to him, "My friend."
A horse goes to the doctor. The doctor says, "Why the long face?" Can't tell jokes.
For shit.
More Pinot Gris, Patrick?
Speaking of jokers, where's that other son of yours today?
I didn't think he was invited.
I just thought with all the wedding talk, you know?
No, really. That pal of his, the other Jason. Heard he ran into some trouble. Carlos Jason.
He's a mess.
All right.
Well, he's got no shortage of lawyers here.
Tell him Patsy needs a refill.
No, don't, huh?
Sit down. Of course, this one here would only take the case for free.
That's why we want to over at Grubman, and Curcio. Actually, Med and I have had some conversations, and we may still snag her over at the firm when she's done with law school.
No kidding?
We went out to dinner with Stephen Grubman, and the subject came up.
Stephen was very impressed with her work at the Poverty Law Center. Even got into starting salaries. He was talking 170.
Jesus, sweetheart. That's fantastic. Huh?
He had had too much gibbering.
Don't devalue yourself. We got a really interesting case right now. We're defending James Trifolio, the county commissioner, in those corruption charges.
Is that your case, honey?
Bid rigging. It's got bagman whores. It's fascinating.
Cifaretto crew. It's a fucking Chinese fire drill over there. Especially now that Carlo's absent.
I know.
I want you to skipper that thing.
Really?
The fucking thing is one big ATM machine. It's all our construction with New York. Falls right into your kick.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I thought you'd be pleased I didn't hand you a diagnosis of the clap.
With due respect, I'd like to just mull it a little. I'm no spring chicken no more. I don't want to have me dying on you, leaving you worse off than before.
Oh, you with the dead thing. You got the arms and upper body of a 20-year-old.
I gotta work at that. And I had the prostate.
All right, sure. Go ahead. I'm a little biffled, but yeah, sit with it.
Nice, D. This means everything. Your faith to me.
In the line of duty, but we're short-handed. Anyway, mid-60s, probably used to payphones.
We don't have payphones. Just a couple of stations have them anymore.
Back at it. It's been 7
Listen.
years.
I'm gonna join the army.
Yeah, I saw this coming.
What?
I saw this coming. I saw this
Sign any
coming,
shit?
man.
No. But this week I will. I gotta do it with Rhiannon first.
Rhiannon? What about your mother?
Her too.
Are you nuts? You want to get sent to Iraq?
Afghanistan. The Army's probably good for my career.
You don't have a career.
Right. My ultimate goal is to qualify for helicopter pilot training. Afterwards, go to work for Trump or somebody. Be their personal pilot.
Yeah. I'm not even going to tell your mother about this. And don't you do nothing until we've had another chance to talk. You hear me?
Yes.
He's going to join the fucking army. I gotta be frank, you people got him out of his role. Great. So he can be cannon fodder?
I wasn't aware of this latest plan.
Sorry. Should have gone before we left the house.
Still in the army thing. On the other hand, I'm thinking maybe he could benefit from the training, the discipline.
Maybe the Army'd be great for him if there wasn't a war going on. Oh, I didn't tell you. He spent $200 on a set of CDs that teach Arabic.
Jesus Christ, come on, shish kebab. What else do you need to know?
He used to just veg in front of that TV.
He says he wants to get past the hate. Focus it only on the terrorists. I really can't reveal much more.
Right. Even though we're paying.
She has such a
So
creepy ass
I gotta
smile.
tell you,
What?
my mother was a borderline personality. So what? I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Well, I did not have a very happy childhood.
No?
There was little love in the house.
He's mentioned your mother very briefly.
Very difficult woman. Undermining. I tried to place her in a retirement community for her own good. She turned on me. Completely.
Just turned this whole thing into his problem right now. Sopranos
never
does.
could please my
They just suck up all the air in the room when they enter it, right?
Bye-bye. Wave bye-bye, Grandpa. Bye-bye, Pop-Pop.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Grandpa. Bye. Say bye-bye.
I gotta make a phone call. I'll meet you at the drugstore. Tell the goddamn pharmacist to call Dr. Iaconis. I should get a 60-day supply of the Plavix.
Phil! Phil! Oh my God! Phil! Oh my God! Oh my God! My baby!
Hey.
Somebody help! Help me, baby! Help! Somebody help me!
Okay, okay.
Help me, please! Oh God, they're locked in there!
Oh, shit!
When my enlistment's up, I could join the CIA or something. And with a military background, I'd have a leg up. And as an Arabic speaker, I'd be really useful.
I don't understand. You're gonna ask the Donald for some time off from your pilot job to go on CIA missions?
Everything's a joke to you.
I'm not having a good time.
Did you or did you not want me to go to military school? But I started to cry.
At least you'd have come out an officer. And even then, I was opposed to it. I hate this idea.
I'm applying for officers candidate school. I want to be a liaison officer with the local population anyway.
Officers
Seems like he
candidate
got it all
school.
planned out.
You have terrible grades. You flunked out of college.
Here we go. That's all this is about, right?
No, Anthony, that's not what this is all about. You don't want to go to college, don't go to college. But don't get your legs blown off.
Always with the drama.
So what does your girlfriend say?
Sounds just like his dad.
She doesn't think I should go either.
Well?
Not that long ago, you talked about owning a club.
Right. You got a problem with that, too?
A lot of your friends are in film school, you say, especially the ones you used to go to the clubs with.
You're willing to give him a club?
So I got this screenplay from Danny Baldwin. We met at your cousin's movie. Danny hoped I'd set him up with some financing, and I never read it.
Well, you did now.
Yeah, I did now, and but long story short, it's about a private detective that got sucked into the internet through his data port, and he's got to solve some murders of some virtual prostitutes.
I read it. It's scary.
Point is, I talked to little Carmine, and he's interested in developing it through his company.
He does porn.
He did Cleaver. He's branching out.
You would work for his producer, Inga. You would be, what is the word? Development executive on this project.
Really? Well, what's this got to do with clubs?
Hollywood and gossip columns, the night spots.
And you get some real-world experience under your belt, you come see me, and we will talk about me investing in a club. Run that past Rahuni. See what she says.
Rudy. Well, there you go. You can bribe your kids out of joining the army, I guess.
So?
All due respect, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, I'm gonna pass.
I don't fucking believe this. Why?
Every guy who ran that crew died prematurely.
Oh, come on.
I beat cancer once. You got no idea what that does to you.
Yeah, I know, but Jesus, you gotta...
Richie April, Ralphie M.I.A., Meadow, and who knows what the fuck with Carlo and Gigi.
Gigi died taking a shit.
Doesn't mean it's not part of an overall pat.
Well, you're gonna deny yourself life-changing money? A package to leave your niece who has MS? No, it's like your bullshit with the cat. The fucking animal catches mice for us, but you drown it.
I would.
He's not looking at Christopher. A rat died in the wall back there with some shit.
I moved the picture. The fucking thing came to the new spot. And stared.
The abstract shapes or something. Tell you this. Since he's dead, my gambling luck's done a 180.
Oh, okay. It's fine for you to believe that shit. I can't worry about a jinx. Tom, I never told this to another living soul, but...
Yeah?
One time at the Bing, I was alone to meet Eddie Lind. I saw the Virgin Mary.
Why didn't you say something? Fuck strippers, we could have had a shrine. Sold holy water in gallon jugs. Could have made millions.
I tell you something deep in my heart, and you laugh it off?
I'm not saying there's nothing out there, Paulie. But to not live your life? What the fuck are you gonna do? No, you don't want the job, you don't want the job. I can put Patsy in there. She's gonna be part of my family now. Be good.
Prick. You always know what to say to me, don't you?
I'm serious.
I live but to serve you, my liege.
Holston's is the consensus.
All right, I gotta see some people. I'll meet you there.
That's correct. And you win $400. Your spin.
Sir. Sir? Sir, excuse me.
Oh.
Hello.
But you don't recognize me?
We used to play catch.
You don't remember that you shot me? But enough with the fucking birds. I'm Anthony, Johnny's son.
Fuck you want, a boutonniere?
All right, listen to me. Uncle Pat came to see me. About Janice, about your money.
People keep asking me. I don't know. There's a man from another galaxy that came here.
It's your accountant.
I'm confused.
Any money should go to Bobby Bacala's kids. Now, Janice may not do that, but Bobby was with us. He's a made guy. Wouldn't be right.
Me, I never had kids.
You remember where your stash is? You let Uncle Pat know. Me as the head of the family, I'll hold on to it as a guardian for Bobby's kids. You remember Bobby?
Sure.
You don't know who I am, do you? Remember Johnny? Johnny boy? Your kid brother? This thing of ours.
I was involved with that?
You and my dad. You two ran North Jersey.
We did?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Something is definitely gonna go down here. Yeah, parallel parking is a bitch. Something is definitely gonna go down in here. Is this how they're gonna end it, with Tony getting killed? Why do they keep focusing on that dude? What the hell just happened? There's no way. Wait. Hold on a second. Is there an alternate ending or something? I'm confused. I am confused out of my mind right now. This is how the series ends. You're kidding me, right? Bruh. I'm in a state of shock right now. I can't believe this is how the series ends. Like, I can't. What? No shebang booyah? Nothing? Why? What was the significance of showing this guy? Hold on, bruh. Hold on, bruh. Hold on, bruh. Hold on, bruh. Nah, man. Hold on, man. I'm doing this while I'm recording too because this is crazy. This is crazy. I guess I'll see you guys for the review. Alright, let me take the headphones off. Relax for a little bit. And try to formulate my thoughts into what I think of the Sopranos series. And what it represents. What I believe the ending to be. And I think in terms of the ending, I think it's very going back, and I literally just watched that scene like 5 or 6 times over again, just to kind of understand what the writers were trying to do there, and then cut to black. Like, it's trying to understand it, because I thought, is there an alternate ending or something? Did my video cut out? What happened there? And during that scene, I want to give my take on what I believe the ending means first, and then I'll jump into the series. Whatever. I've been talking about this throughout the entire series, right? And I have to say, because of this ending, I understand why people has this show as the greatest TV show of all times. This ending has shot The Sopranos from basically at the bottom of my top 5 to I would definitely take this over Breaking Bad. I would take this over Breaking Bad because they're practically the same amount of seasons. I think Breaking Bad was 5, The Sopranos was 6. So what do I believe the ending means, or what they were trying to do here at the ending, right? I believe that throughout the entire scene there, Meadow struggling to get into the restaurant because this was supposed to be a family dinner of sorts. Every time the door chimed for somebody to come through the door, Tony looked up. because it was like, I've been talking about this the entire series of how criminals have to live. That's basically, if you want to boil it down to, you know, just about the criminal aspect of the show, it's just the paranoia that comes with being a criminal. And I think they were kind of trying to project that onto the audience to let you exactly feel like you don't know what happened. There's no closure. You get what I'm saying? There's no closure to what happened. There's no, oh, is Tony going to die? Because you guys saw my initial reaction to the entire thing was like, oh, something is going to go down. Why is this guy looking so shady? He went into the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Tony kept watching. Who knows? It could be that the guy came back out of the bathroom and shot Tony in the head. That's up to us to decide. What do you think happened? Because that anxiety was kind of like projected onto us as the audience, and it was brilliantly done. It was brilliantly done. So I think the choice, the creative choice there, to leave us hanging, to not knowing if Tony died in the restaurant or, you know, what happened, you know what I'm saying, is for us to decide, for us to create the closure for ourselves. And it leaves us in a state of anxiety. You get what I'm saying? As in, and it's brilliantly done. Like, I have no issues. It's just that, you know, usually you get some sort of closure with TV shows. You don't usually used to get, you know, cut to black unless you're expecting another part to come out at some point. So you can say Tony survived, but he's living within this paranoia state now. Yes, we just came out of a war and all of that. Phil is dead. There's so many things that happen. There's a lot of foreshadowing that you can also, you know, it's probably a discussion that happened until even today, why people still love the show. As if, what do you think happened? Did Tony die? Did he, you know what I'm saying, did he live? You know what I'm saying? What do you think happened in that restaurant in that final scene? So it's a brilliant way to keep people talking about this show in perpetuity. What's that word? What is that word? I know the word, I just can't say it. Perpetuity? I know which word I want to use, but I can't say it. You guys know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Forever, right? Keep people talking about the show forever, but it's just brilliantly done. So I have zero issues with the ending. It is definitely one of the best endings to a show that I've watched in a very long time. To not give your audience any closure, and you're wrapping up a series. You know what I'm saying? As in, where are these characters going? We didn't really get any closure to that. It's more of like, we've been watching their lives this entire time. It's either you're gonna be that life goes on, or something tragic happened in that restaurant with Tony, with basically just living in paranoia and how criminals have to live. Not even from here forward of how Tony has to live, but it's how they've been living. Just being scared, just being, you know what I'm saying, in fear for their own lives, of leaving, you know, your kids fatherless and all of this other stuff, with still being in the hospital with, you know what I'm saying, on life support. It's just this sad, overbearing moment of everything that has transpired. It's just was brilliantly done. So let's jump into the review officially of the series of The Sopranos. I have a lot to say, so hopefully you guys will listen. Took a little bit of 30 minutes to an hour there to think about the series and to hit some points that I want to hit. If you guys, this is the first time you're around the channel and you don't know how I do my reviews, I usually use three things to determine what the score I want to give a particular series. I use rewatchability, I use visuals, cinematography, and I also judge it based on sound as well in that category. Just audio visual, right? Audio visual, and of course story. What did the writers represent? What did they try to portray in this piece of work, right? And I have to say off the bat, I am highly impressed. It is not what I expected the show to be at all. It really surprised me, the subject matters that it tackled, where it went, you know what I'm saying, in terms of the story. And just overall, just, you know, just experiencing this over the time, it was just a wonderful, wonderful journey. So I'll talk about, you know, the audio visual, then I'll talk about rewatchability, then I'll talk about the story at the end here, and then I will give you guys a score for what I believe, you know, my rating would be. And my rating is subjective, guys, just how I feel about it. This is not represented by, you know, oh, this is fact that this is it, this is what it is. Okay, that's just based on what I've noticed. Okay, so let's talk about audio visual, right? My experience with this audio visual, they did a great job with the production of this. Very down to earth. There was nothing felt out of place. It felt like everything just seemed natural. Satriales, you know what I'm saying, the pork shop, you had Tony's house, everywhere just seemed like it existed. Nothing seemed like it was a set. It seems like everything was shot on location. Nothing was like, oh, we built the set to do this. You get what I'm saying? Like, it felt like they rented a strip club to do the show. It felt like they actually filmed this in New Jersey. It felt like that. Like everything was shot on location. I don't know how much of it was and how much of it was a set. That's how believable it was. So good job on the cinematography of, you know what I'm saying, in certain areas you would hear, you know what I'm saying, like for the audio, you would hear that, hey, this is in a different area. When they're in a car recording, when they're outside recording and just talking, you could hear that everything was kind of very natural. And if you've been around sound long enough, you'll understand what I'm saying. There's an ambience that's just different about recording sound outside than in a studio. You get what I'm saying? Where the audio is a lot more controlled, you know, and it's just what it is. So audio visual, I would say, when it comes on to the soundtracks, of course, there's a lot of copyrighted music. So it's just where they do these things and how they put it in. For the most part, music was never played to show you anything or to represent anything. Sometimes the songs do represent something. As an example, in the ending, you know what I'm saying, the ending song that they were playing was Don't Stop Believing, which I think is a perfect song to play in that situation, because they were gonna cut to black, right? So it's basically a message to the audience, like, don't stop believing. That song is you know, if you don't know that song, you're I don't know where you're at in this world if you've never heard Don't Stop Believing. You know what I mean? I don't know all the words to it, but I know of the song. It comes on, I could sing a little piece of it. So, you know, it's a well-known song, and it's very fitting to the ending of this series. So they did a very good job with that. So I'm gonna give audio visual a definite 10 out of 10 for me. I didn't have no trouble with any, other than the fact that the copyrighted music gave me a lot of trouble cutting up the episodes for YouTube. So, and I can't judge the show on that. That's not the show's fault. You know, that's not the show's fault, so I can't drop points for that, right? All right, let's talk about rewatchability. Rewatchability for The Sopranos, high on my books. Definitely going to give that a 10 out of 10. Would I suggest this to other people? Yes. Would I rewatch it again a couple of times? Yes. Absolutely. In a couple of years, I might come back and watch The Sopranos, just like how I started watching Black Sails again, and actually watching other people react to Black Sails that have recently started and finished the series as well. So I've rewatched Black Sails probably around 2 or 3 times already of other people's reactions, and also I just started watching it on my own. That's how much I love Black Sails, right? Very excellent series done. And actually, I just told my brother to watch it because he didn't know it was in my top 5. He didn't know of Black Sails. I told him to watch it. Let me know what he thinks of it. So I don't know when he's gonna start watching that. But in any case, that's not either here nor there. High rewatchability. Now let's get into the meat of the matter. The story. The story of The Sopranos deserves the glasses to be off, because I need you guys to see everything that my eyes are saying, because this is where things are gonna get really serious. This series has tackled subjects, as I said. This story has done maybe one of the most impossible things. Well, I shouldn't say impossible, because impossible is a definite. It's the wrong word to use. Maybe the most difficult thing to pull off when you're writing a story, especially for TV. To maintain a story, but also to make the story feel episodic. Like, there's certain things that you can literally watch The Sopranos from beginning to end, right? And understand everything, and you'll still have great praise for the story. You can literally start watching the show in the middle of any season, and still you would still have this show high on your list. And I think that's a very hard thing to pull off that they did. And I've talked about it before in reviews, where you have this thing about it is like, this is about The Sopranos, right? But everything just feels like, we're gonna tackle this today, then tomorrow we're gonna tackle this, then this we're gonna tackle this, and then this, and then this, and then this. That's how it felt. So it's like everything just felt so episodic. You could just jump in and watch the episode about Vito. You can just jump in, watch the episode about AJ, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to diagnose him as ADD, and can relate to it. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's one of those things that is very hard to pull off. Not very many shows can pull that off. They can do great continuity with story, but it can't make it feel like, every single episode we're tackling a different subject that you might not be ready for. So let's talk about some of those things that they did tackle during this show. You know what I'm saying? They homosexuality, they tackled depression a lot. That was one of the main key things about this story. You know what I'm saying? The whole depression thing, anxiety, making decisions in life, masculinity, femininity. You know what I'm saying? It tackled a lot, man, in this show, and I really got to commend them for that, because according to you guys, you know what I'm saying, there was nothing on TV ever before The Sopranos that was tackling these subjects, that were going this deep into the human psyche and bring those things onto the small screen. So I commend them for that highly, for being that brave, and also HBO for being that brave for doing this, because you can see that a lot of other shows as modeled things from The Sopranos to bring to the small screen as well. You see little itty bits of stuff that I've watched in other series that I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? A kind of writing. It's a piece of work that, to be honest, it's a great example for writers to make great TV shows, to write great stories, to write great episodic stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the way how they went about tackling these different subject matters is commendable. It's commendable. They didn't miss one time for me. They never missed, not even one time. Yes, there were things that they did in the show that I disagreed with. You get what I'm saying? But they did not miss in how they portrayed what they were trying to portray, because there could be an argument there that it could have gone like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's more of like, okay, this is happening, like the whole, you know, ADD situation. We could talk about different characters, but I would be sitting here all day talking about characters because there's too many good characters in this show. You talk about, you know, Tony Soprano, Carmela Soprano, Meadow and AJ. They really put the spotlight on them, you know, in certain seasons, especially AJ for the final season. You know, you got, of course, Paulie Walnuts, you got Sil, got Bobby that came in, like I think it was season 3, I believe he came in and just killed it. Christopher, of course, even Adriana at some points. And I'm saying, like, we're talking about characters here for days. We would be here forever just breaking down characters on you know what their character was, and talking about different elements of their characters that just really stood out, and why I consider this one of the greatest TV shows of all times. It's just, it's to the point where when I'm watching the show and I'm super quiet, and I know sometimes you guys would like, oh, you don't pause enough, you're not saying anything, and some episodes are like that where there's nothing really to comment on. It's more of like you're just watching the progression of the episodes. It's not every episode you're gonna have shit to say. You're just reacting to what's on screen. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the last 2 episodes, like, that was just all reaction for me. I had really nothing to pause and really talk about, because it was like exactly what they were trying to do to us as the audience is the state I was in, a state of anxiety. Even though, as much as you might want to say Tony deserved to die, and you're kind of expecting it at the end of the series, it doesn't happen. And even though you're expecting him to die, and you're making up in your mind, you know what, he's a bad person, not gonna cry for him or anything like that, you get what I'm saying? You still kind of don't want it to happen, because you still want him to be around for the sake of Carmela, for the sake of the kids, because they still need him. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things, man, when we talk about characters that came in, that even the ones that died, Ralph was a good character as well. My God, so many good characters. So many good characters, man. I could be here for days just breaking down characters individually, but I try to keep my reviews, you know, 30 minutes or under. So I just want to just like brag on the story for this, because it is very unique in the aspects of how it was written and how it made me feel just watching it. I felt like I could be dropped into the series midway and watch no earlier episodes and still find it very entertaining and very good, just from how episodic it was. So I just wanted to point that out about the story. Now, in terms of the criminal aspect of this story, as I said, it was more of like, this is what they're involved with. The story was not about that. You get what I'm saying? This is what they're involved with. This is their work. Say, for instance, this is not about the character's job. This is about their daily lives. This is about, you know, what they do on the daily, the problems that they come across, dealing with family as a criminal, dealing with everything else, you know, having to deal with the cops and the FBI breathing down your neck all the time. You know, even the situation with, you know, we heard that the RICO case was coming. We ain't got no closure to that, but I still feel satisfied. You get what I'm saying? I still felt like I watched something great. Not many series can pull this off. Not many series could pull this off. So I have to commend them for that. I have to commend them for that. They really had me in a state of, what happened? Did I miss something? You know what I'm saying? You guys saw me there at the end. I went back and I watched my reactions. I'm like, Jesus. I look like an idiot. I started pulling up my phone. I was like, I searched on YouTube. Is there an alternate ending to The Sopranos I need to watch? You know what I mean? It's crazy. It is crazy. But it is excellent. Excellently done. So the story for The Sopranos, man, when it comes on to the overall arching story of how everybody's life is just kind of in turmoil, the murders, the all of these things, even the impulse murders as well. We saw pretty much everybody on this screen kill people. You know what I'm saying? All 5 of these dudes are murderers on screen. You know what I'm saying? So we've literally seen all of them kill. Bobby almost escaped, but he, you know what I'm saying, he did in this season got his first kill, never popped his cherry. So Tony did that to him, whether you want to say it's, vindictiveness because Bobby beat him up, you could chalk it up to that. It's kind of funny how Bobby was a made man and he never killed anybody. Like it was kind of like, it felt like nepotism, ain't it? It felt like nepotism because that's kind of like, I don't know if it's a requirement, to be honest. I don't know if it's a requirement that you gotta kill. I don't think it is, like in the in the real mafia or whatever. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. You know what I mean? I don't think it is. But it was just kind of weird how everybody that we saw that got made was, in the show, in the context of the show, and Bobby was never one of them. So, it's fine. Not a big deal. Right? So, Christopher dying, that surprised me. That definitely surprised me. Wow. And the way how Tony reacted to that whole situation is like, oh, my luck has gone up now that Chris is dead. Like, just the hypocrisy and the I don't even know how to describe that, because it's like, is Tony really a sociopath? You know what I'm saying? Is that what they were trying to say to the therapist? Is like, you can't treat this dude because he's using you. I don't believe that, though. I believe that Tony was genuinely there to get help, and he enjoyed having someone that he can talk to that's not judgy. You know what I'm saying? That's not judgy. I think he was really trying to get help for himself. I don't think that, I don't know. Even a situation where I was like, she did the right thing by not telling Tony about her getting raped, and I was like, she probably should have told him. I just don't, I don't like those situations. It's like people like that, they deserve to be locked under the jail and throw away the key. You know what I'm saying? Just awful people. And Tony and all of them are awful people. They killing people as well. It's just one of those things, man, where I'm looking at this series and I'm like, this is what they're trying to show us. That this is the criminality. These are the things that, the stress that these guys have to go through, and they project that through the screen so well. That's why I'm like, how do people spend their life being criminals? This is the kind of stress that they go through. They may try and deny it, but this is the kind of stress that they go through on a daily basis. The kind of anxiety, looking over your shoulder all the time. This is it, man. It is. So I definitely highly recommend The Sopranos. My score for the story is 10 out of 10. They did an excellent job of bringing us from start to finish, being worried all the time about these characters, even though people was like, oh, the writer didn't want anybody to like Tony. They were trying their best so hard to not let us like these characters. But you got to understand, if you know that somebody is a criminal for 7 years and you haven't ratted them out or brought them to the authorities or anything like that, in some way, shape, or form, you like them a little bit. Not, you know what I'm saying? You like them a little bit because of familiarity. You know what I'm saying? Because of familiarity, or maybe something they've done for you. Or maybe you relate to them outside of the whole criminal nature that they have. You relate to their family life. You see that, you know, Tony is continuously trying to be a good dad. You know, and yes, he's very rough on the edges. He's very rough on the edges of how he's with his kids. But there's a lot of times where he is, for the most part, very, very what a man or a father should be. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of times where I see those glimmers of hope towards his kids that I'm just like, yeah, it's exactly what a father should be. You know what I'm saying? But still, you know what I'm saying, thank God that Meadow turned out okay. At the end there, felt like AJ, finally came around to finding his own. He wanted to go into you don't go into the army for that. Okay, if you're not going there to serve, don't go into the army because you want to go kill people in the war. Like, that's the wrong reason to go join the army. Okay, it's the wrong reason. Because trust me, dude, killing another human being, it takes a toll. It takes a toll, and you guys see what an emotional wreck he is. He's not his dad. I would rather Tony be a soldier than AJ. AJ's probably gonna panic out in the field. Maybe basic training would have toughened him up a little bit, but still, he's too much of an emotional wreck to be on a battlefield. He's probably put his teammates in danger. You know what I'm saying? Probably put himself in danger because he's trying to be empathetic towards people and stuff like that. I'm not saying you can't be empathetic as a soldier. I'm just saying there's a balance that you gotta have, because the same people that you might trust might suicide bomb the shit out of you. So you gotta temper that a little bit and know who to trust. Vet people properly. So they did an awesome job, man. I can't say enough. They did an awesome job. The character development, the story, I've said it. I think Christopher had the greatest character arc in this story. Not changing that. All the ups and downs that we went with. Junior was an awesome character as well. Even Janice had real character growth throughout the series, even though she still remained, super over dramatic, but it is what it is. That's Janice. But she's had real character growth. She wasn't as annoying in the last 2 seasons, and she really grew on me. You know what I'm saying? It's great stuff. I'm trying to make sure that I mention everybody that was major in the series. Of course, the milfiness was, you know what I'm saying, it was up there. I know some people got annoyed by the fact that I'm pausing to talk about the ladies and how beautiful they look and whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. I don't care. But in any case, guys, thank you guys so much for everybody that suggested this show. Back whenever you guys suggested it. Finally, I have watched The Sopranos and I've enjoyed it, and I've seen what a great show it was and why it was such a culture defining show. What a TV defining show it was. I appreciate all you guys that subscribe to the channel to watch this. Turn your notifications on to watch this, know when the videos are out. I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. Thank you guys so much for the journey. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully you guys will watch this entire review, even though this last video is probably going to be 2 hours long, but it is what it is. If you guys enjoy the series and you enjoyed your series with me and watching with me, let me know in the comment section. Even the ninja watchers, even for all you guys, we average for this series, we average 500 views per episode, per upload. 500 views per upload. So I know that I'm expecting at least 100 comments, at least 100. I want, on this final video, if you've never liked one of my Sopranos videos, I expect you to like this one. Leave a like on the video, man. I'm expecting at least 300 likes on this final reaction and review to the Sopranos. 300 likes is the goal. Make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to comment. I'm expecting at least 100 comments. Let me know if you enjoyed the journey or not, whatever the case. Let me know what y'all think. Anyways, guys, thank you guys once again. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully you guys stick around. It's been Terabyt Reacts. Peace.